I wanted to do a little bit of an informational video about the quantum RF because it is so new and people have a lot of questions about it, understandably so. There's really nothing like it on the market other than that's like this. So radio frequency, we know, is been used since the 20s. Dr. Bovey came up with radio frequency to coagulate tissue and stop bleeding during surgery. We know Bovey does that. And since then, it's come a long way, used in multiple areas of medicine. But in aesthetics, it's been used for quite some time for skin tightening. And we know that it can melt fat, which is one of the things that we avoid doing when we're microneedling or using radio frequency for tightening the tissue. We avoid the fat and just use it to stimulate collagen production and tighten skin. So InMode has come up with this pretty ingenious device that we can insert these cannulas into tissue, into fat, in the submental region, the jowls, the arms, the flanks, the abdomen, you name it. We can literally harness the energy to melt the fat, and that's what we do. We make a teeny incision just in order to get a cannula in the tissue, and we melt the fat. You can actually hear it melting as you're doing it, and you can see the melted fat kind of flowing out of the incision, which is really, really amazing. And then there's a fibroseptal network, which is basically, think of it as like the elastics holding the skin together, connecting it to the tissue underneath. And if you can think about that, that is tightening as we do this as well. And then over the top of the skin, we use Morpheus, which is RF microneedling on the top of the skin to also melt more fat, as we can go 7 millimeters deep into the tissue, and that tightens from the top. And the great thing about this is that you don't feel pain. So we basically numb the entire area with the tumescent, which is saline mixed with lidocaine and epinephrine and sodium bicarbonate. So we infuse that into the whole area that we're treating, so you don't feel anything. So I know that people who've had RF microneedling or other procedures, you'll feel some pinches and pokes when I'm doing those things. With this, you don't feel anything. The cool thing is that after the procedure, you're still numb. And then all of the clients that I've done, they've said their discomfort after the procedure, the highest was at a 1 out of a 0 to 10 on the pain scale. So that's pretty amazing that even after we're melting all of this fat and tightening this tissue and using these intense amounts of heat, that you're not having pain after. So I wanted to show you guys what these cannulas look like. So this is the Quantum RF 10. So you can see that it's very thin, and this is the tip that gets hot right here, right? And the rest of this does not get hot. So this is used for submentum, so double chins. We can use it for smaller areas, arms, inner thighs, the little armpit fat pads. And then this is the Quantum RF 25. So this is the big guy that we can use for arms, abdomen, thighs, bigger areas, but you don't feel this. You don't feel any of it. And the downtime is much less than if you would get liposuction. So you're swollen for 1 to 3 weeks, kind of depending on the area that it's in, and if you have good lymphatic drainage, it could be less, but it's much less than if you had liposuction or a more invasive procedure. You're awake for the whole thing. I can give you meds to not have you so awake if you prefer, but most people don't mind being awake. We can just chat, or you can close your eyes and meditate. I have Nitronox laughing gas. We can also prescribe something if you're really anxious, but the downtime is a little bit of swelling, a little bit of grid marks or bruising from the Morpheus after. We melt the fat, it's gone. After, your body just has to clear the melted fat, as well as the tumescent, the saline and lidocaine that we injected into the area. And then we just wait, 3 to 6 months for full skin tightening. You're only going to have one of these treatments. We're not going to do more than one. If you need a little more tightening, we will do more Morpheus or RF microneedling treatments after, but the before and afters are insane, and I'm so excited and offering free consultations. Current introductory pricing is 33% off these procedures through the end of August, and also to celebrate our 3-year anniversary, but this will not last after August. So we'll go back to normal full pricing September 1st. So get in for your free consultation so we can discuss the steps if this is right for you and plan the whole treatment for you.